Hey, hi, book club. It's Ruby. It's been a while. I know we have a lot of new members, so if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. A lot has changed. So, in the beginning of book club, we used to do a reading vlog every single month. I used to read the book with you and just give you my thoughts, although I'm always in the chapter chats. So, it was kind of redundant, and that was part of the reason that I stopped doing them because, I'm in there in the chapter chats every single chapter. I'm in there. So yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna stop them. Plus, like, they weren't really getting viewed, so I was like, people must not want them. But I just really felt like doing one this month. So that's what we're gonna do. It's pretty late actually. Today it's 2:18, so we're getting a late start, but I hope to be able to read this entire book today. Can she do it? Maybe not. Maybe. I don't even know how long it is. I haven't looked into it. I'm going to be reading it on Kindle Unlimited because I don't own this. I was going to buy it, but I didn't, and I want to read it already. Anathema. Let's see. Here it goes. So today is November 12th for me. And I want to get this read for you. Here we are. So today's been a little chaotic. Like, I'm sure I showed you the morning routine, Butters and I going to get the mail, then packing my husband breakfast, lunch, sending him off. And then I've been doing some stuff on the computer. I obviously got ready. Oh my God, my hair is like super soft. Sorry, I got distracted with that, but it's very soft. Yeah, and so now I feel like I'm finally ready to sit down and do some reading. I filmed a couple clips for some other stuff that I'm doing for YouTube, other reading vlogs, and we're ready to settle in. So before we do that, let me tell you, today I went to sleep around 3 a.m. because because why not? And I was reading some bonus chapters from the Lady of Darkness series, which I'm wrapping up now. I'm almost done with it. Like, I finished the whole series, but I just need like the last novella and then one more short story and I'm done. But yesterday UPS came and they left me a couple slips of, we couldn't deliver and we require a signature, which they never require a signature from me. So I was like, what the hell? I thought it was like something serious, something like really important. So they said they would be back today, and I set my alarm for 8. I was like, I'll wake up at 8. Surely they won't come before that. I woke up around 5 just because, and I like went to go pee, and then I like came back. Oh, I keep shocking Butters. It's me. It's not him. It's me. Yeah, and then 7 a.m. this guy starts barking because one thing about Butters is he's a miniature schnauzer. So obviously miniature schnauzers are great alert dogs. They're always going to tell you when someone's at the door. Always. And he's not like annoying with it. Like, I know some miniature schnauzers get really annoying with it. He's not too bad. Like, he will bark at any little sound, but then I'm like, hey, stop, or it's okay. And he usually stops. But yeah, I knew that there was no way I would miss the guy today because I usually sleep with my door closed. But when I got up at 5, I opened it, and that way he could hear, because he didn't hear them yesterday because we were just out. But it was this, and it makes sense that they would do the overnight. It said overnight signature required through UPS, and it's an academic affair because this came out yesterday, which was November 11th. It was part of yesterday's new releases, so I guess they, Atria was getting these out like emergency rush order by tomorrow. But yeah, it's by Jodi McAllister. This cover I really like. It says, she's the one test he can't ace. I don't know if this is YA or if they're in college or something. Sadie Shaw and Jonah Fisher have been academic rivals since they first crossed paths as undergraduates in the literature department 15 years ago. Wait, are they adults? Are they professors? Because if they were undergrads 15 years ago, I was an undergrad 15 years ago. Like, in the cutthroat world of academia, opportunities are scarce and the competition is ruthless. Now postdocs, damn, 15 years, thrust into professional uncertainty. They'll both do anything to find some stability. So when a highly coveted teaching position comes up, the rivalry hits epic proportions. Jonah needs a job to move closer to his recently divorced sister and her children, while Sadie needs the financial security and freedom of a full-time teaching position. Once Sadie notices that the university offers partner hire, however, she hatches a plot to get them both a job. All they need to do is get legally married. It's a simple win-win situation, but when sparks begin to fly, it becomes clear. Marriage of convenience in academia with people that have known each other since their youth. I think this sounds really fun. I'm so excited for it. I will be reading this. And I love that it's blue. I love a blue book. But this is not about that. I get distracted. If you follow me regularly, then you know that. If you're new to the book club, welcome. I don't know if I welcomed you because I'm all over the place today. But welcome. Welcome to book club. Welcome to Ruby and the Gems. I am so happy that you're here. Maybe if we, get a good viewer count on this, I'll keep doing them. But for now, oh, it's okay, Butters. He hit you. Sorry. For now, let's get into Anathema. I don't know anything about this book. I don't know what genre it is. I don't know what the premise is. All I know is that book 2 is already out. So book 1 is Anathema and book 2 is Eldritch. So we could go on to book 2. And I was thinking about that. Like, do you have an opinion? We always start a new book in series, but we never continue. But it's kind of hard because then we get new members and it would be tough to continue. But I was thinking of starting like a Patreon, but I'm not sure, where we could do like additional book club things on there and like do like lives and stuff. But I'm not sure because like I'm real hesitant with new stuff. But in this one, it says, she wrote Not Decadia, which I've never read. It says, a spellbinding gothic dark fantasy about a shunned woman who is forced beyond the mortal realm's forbidden boundary into a terrifying world of cursed souls and grotesque creatures. Only the banished know what lies beyond the woods. There are whispers about what lurks in Witchnell, the forest where sinners go to die. The villagers call it the Eating Woods because what's taken is never given back. Only those who've lost their senses would dare to go near it, or the banished. Mavis Bronwick knows better than to breach the misty labyrinth of trees, but a tragic turn of events compels her beyond the archway of bones to a boundary no mortal has crossed before, one that cloaks a dark and fantastical world that's as dangerous as it is alluring. Ooh, it's there that he dwells, the cursed lord of Eidolon, the one tasked to keep her hidden from the magehood that seeks to crucify her in the name of an arcane prophecy. Zavander Ryden, known to his prey as the Scorpion, is the coldest, most calculated assassin in all of Aetheria, and he'd sooner toss his feisty ward to a pack of vicious fire drakes than keep her safe. If only he could. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to read the rest because, like, I still want some sort of mystery in here. But, yeah. I mean, it sounds very typical kind of gothic romantasy. So let's just start it. Okay, I'm on chapter 12 now. 18% of the way in. And I was rereading that part because I've switched to the audiobook and I'm not fully paying attention. I find myself getting distracted. And not because I'm doing such interesting stuff, although I guess I kind of am, but it's just because I'm not super into this book right now. Unfortunately, I'm not invested in any part of the story, not the characters, not the plot. I actually don't really know what the plot is yet. But from the two characters, we've met Mavis and Zavander, and I'm more into Mavis' story right now because I just feel like there's more going on with her. It's not as mysterious. It's very straightforward. Whereas with Zavander, I'm a little confused. like he's the kid from the beginning of the story, right? The baby. So what's up with him? He's got that creepy ass brother, which we just saw in the latest chapter, chapter 11, when he's having, I guess, like a flashback of him feeding his brother, who is like grotesque disfigured. I don't know what's up with him, but yeah, he says he had to find a bloodstone or something. I'm not sure. But I don't know what he's talking about. I need to pay attention because right now I'm just like a little iffy on things. But that prologue was really good. And then I feel like Mavis' story has been good too with her sister and just like all the drama going on with that. Her getting sold is crazy work. Also, the religious element that Mavis is dealing with, it's like extremism, really. And it's crazy. Like the men in this, insane, crazy work. The fact that she was describing the leader of her religion or whatever, that he liked to spank them bare bottomed, like, ugh, gross. Like, they disgusting. But yeah, I mean, not much has happened. Her sister, reckless, crazy. The step grandma, I guess she is, what a bitch, right? The uncle, step uncle, like, dude, I don't care if he's the step uncle. You do not hook up with your step niece in the house with everybody there in the freaking hall. Like, what are we doing? And then the latest chapter, Zavander telling us, like, when he's in the bath, about the rods that are in his body. Ouch. Ouch. And like, I don't know. That was a lot for me. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, none of you have really said much at this point, and we are on the 12th, but it seems that now I'm getting to the bit where people are commenting stuff. I'm not gonna like spoil it for myself, but I did see in chapter 11 Tamika put the crone witch is kind of giving me Serial vibes, and yes, for sure, she just kind of like dropped some lore and ducked out. She was like da da da, like pretending that she didn't just confuse the hell out of our girl. But yeah, that was funny. She definitely is giving those vibes. But I don't know. I hope that I get more into this, because as of now I'm not super into it. It's just kind of like whatever for me. Like I said, I still don't know what the plot is, but I'm gonna keep reading and probably check in with you, because like I said, this next little chunk, you all have things to say, and I haven't seen it because I don't want to spoil it for me. But what I was doing was working on my reading journal, because I need to start. I need to start the spreads, and this year I kind of want to do like short form content of me actually filming me working on each individual spread. Maybe not all of them, but you know, the fun ones, if there happen to be fun ones. Because I don't know, what I'm doing right now is trying to plan out stuff, like what spreads I'm gonna do and what revisions I need to make from this one to this one. But yeah, last year I had a green journal, and this year I have a purple one. I already stuck the stickers that I had on hand. And this one about hers, he's so clingy. Like, he has the whole apartment, but he's sitting on my lap, on my thigh. This one was very brightly colored. I just really went with like the pen and marker situation, and it was like very, very brightly colored. We had the title page, and then I drew the cover of Happy Place because it's one of my favorite books ever, and then it's very, very colorful. I also did some doodles myself because I didn't want to do like a lot of stickers. But yeah, there are some revisions that need to be made. Like in this, I had given myself 4 pages, which was like to 140 books. I didn't think I'd read more than that, but I did. And so luckily I left myself another page, but I might need more space, more than 176 books, which is crazy. But I'm just reading a lot, not on purpose, I just am. And then as you can see, it was very colorful. This next one's going to be way more muted. I feel like the colors are not necessarily going to be pastel, but definitely just more muted than this. And that's only because I did my title page for this, and I just was working with what I had because I don't really want to buy stuff. I'm looking to see if there's like anything that's like cheap that I want to get, but I don't really want to go out of my way to get a bunch of stuff because I'm always decluttering. So why would I buy more stuff? But this is my title page for this, and I just have the one. And then here I'll just start my spreads. But I had this old Simply Gilded card from back in the day when I used to, sorry about the dings. I think my friend keeps texting me. But yeah, I had this from back in the day, and I just stuck it on here with some stickers that I had on hand, and I think it's really cute and it's dainty. So I was like, well, maybe I should stick with the like muted tone, but I don't want to just do pastels, like, because I don't think I have that many markers. I needed at least 12 for the genre tracker, and then from there I took out some colors, and I did choose the colors, but I didn't bring them over. But yeah, I'm happy with this. And now I just have to plan everything else so that I can actually start working on it. But yeah, I'm gonna do that while I listen to more of the audiobook. And or actually I'll probably sit down and read this next bit with you, because like I said, a lot of you commented on this, and then I'll do that. And then it's time for dinner. I'm making enchiladas, so yeah, let's sit together and read the next bit, because y'all got things to say and I want to react to it. God, the men in this, really, they're all gross. They're all disgusting. He's literally groping her under the table in front of her betrothed. Happy day two, friends. I had to warm myself up. I know I probably look crazy, but I'm freaking cold, dude. I'm so cold. It's 3:15ish now, I think. What time is it? 3:20. And the plumbers just left. I've done nothing today. The plumbers were in and out, in and out, in and out of the like patio doors right here, and I'm so cold. I'm so cold. But I've closed everything, and now I'm gonna eat my first meal of the day. I haven't drank anything, I haven't eaten anything. And yeah, and they actually couldn't fix the issue. But ever since we moved in here, if you follow me regularly, we've had issues. And they're like, yeah, we just kind of put a band-aid on it right now, and we'll have to come back later and we'll see what else we can do. And I was like, I mean, okay, I don't own this place, so what am I gonna do? I was like, okay, cool, bye. And I thanked them, and now I'm like, I'm pretty hungry. I feel like, when you're like super hungry and then you don't eat and then you kind of get over it, but then like if you wait long enough, then you get hungry again. I'm there. I'm on stage 3. And so I'm gonna make my go-to, which is 2 egg bites, a sausage patty, and a toast, sourdough slice. Sometimes I do a hash brown, but today I want a sourdough slice. And I'll eat that real quick. I'm also almost done with part 2. This is day 2 because like I tried to read this all in one day, but nah, I couldn't do it. If I was like super into it, I probably would have been able to, but you saw I wasn't super into it. Part 2 is better. I will say part 2 is better. I'm on chapter 51 and there's only 54 chapters, and we're done with part 2, and then we can move on to part 3. And part 3 is not that long at all. At least not like part 2 was. So we will finish this today for sure. And I want to because it's Friday, and yeah, it's Friday the 14th. I skipped yesterday. I didn't read yesterday because I was busy doing other things. But yeah, I'm gonna lock in today and we're gonna finish the book. We'll come back and I'm gonna look at chapter chats with you and kind of feature some of y'all's comments. And so we can chat about it, because yeah, things have definitely, like, I'm not confused anymore. I understand what's going on with the dude now in part 2. I just had to be patient, and it's gotten better for me, but I'm still not obsessed, But let's go make the food, because I'm hungry. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, welcome back and we'll chat. It is 5:12. I have made it to part 3 and I am, let's see, how much is this? 86% of the way in, 87. Apparently part 3 is pretty short. So I'm literally going to sit down right now and just finish it, and that way I can give you final thoughts and just wrap this up. I sat here for like 15 minutes because his family came home and their kid was crying and crying and crying, and the mom is always yelling at them, like really ugly too. She was like, shut up. And it's like a toddler, dude. But she yells like that all the time. Like she's always in the hall just yelling. And the dad will be in the hall smoking, even though it's the building is non-smoking. Like they just don't care. uh Damn. Updates. Part 2 updates. So part 2 was the longest part, I think, and we got a lot. We got a lot of info. I now fully know what's up with the guy. I know what's up with the girl. Like at the end, not gonna lie, I did zone out a little bit. So I don't know who the bad girl is right now. Like the girl that took her away. I missed that, and I'm not gonna reread it because I just don't care enough to do it. And they even said her name and stuff, but I don't know who she is. And I know she's like, oh, it's the lady from whatever. And when she's telling him, Melantha, who the hell's Melantha? I cannot remember. Melantha promised to return her to her sister. Yeah, I have no idea who Melantha is. And nor do I care enough to go look it up. Don't care. So yeah, obviously the story's still not really for me, not really working out for me, but part 2 did get better. I mean, it's like now I know what the plot is, so obviously it was gonna get better, right? But so much to say. So let's just look at what you're saying. Because like it's because I'm not enjoying the book as much as I would like that I don't have a lot to say. Because if I was into it, I would just be like blah 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 blah. From part 2 on, let's see, chapter 30, Melissa, you commented so much and I love you for it. Thank you so much. Melissa read this book at the beginning of the month. On November 4th, she puts, ooh, right, Rikaya, I forgot how you say her name. Rikaya and Meave are meeting. I think this could be the beginning of a fun friendship. And I put, yeah, I really like her. And later on in some of the chapter chats, I put like, I really hope that they become friends because yeah, they were really cute. Chapter 52, Melissa says, General Lois is absolutely disgusting. Ew, major ick. I wish Savander would followed through with melting her organs. She is disgusting. Everybody's disgusting here though, the women, the men. But yeah, the fact that she is like taunting him and teasing him and just like trying to torment him still when he's literally like, I freaking hate you. Girl, quit being desperate. Just stop. And then, you know, everything goes down at the end of part 2. It was like crazy talk, but I put on chapter 54 like mate son because we get the reveal that the guy, what's his name? I can't remember any of these people's names. Dolian. We find out that Dolian is the one that sent Savander to kill her because he thought that was what's best, but then he got the vision that, oh, she's your mate and you're gonna have a son and they have the scorpion sigil that you have and blah blah blah, confirmed, right? And of course Evander kind of already knew what was up. Like he already had that feeling, that was like drawing him to her, but now it's like confirmation, right? So I guess we're just gonna get, you know, him being a baddie and him going after his woman and slaying everybody to get to her, which we've seen before. We've seen this play out before. And I'm not someone like, I know a lot of people get really bothered. Like people are like, oh, I'm so over romanticy or I'm so over the tropes, like same tropes over and over. I am not that girl. I don't care. Like, you can give me the same story, different fonts, and if I enjoy it, I enjoy it. Like, I don't care if we've read trials in like every book this year, or you know what I mean? I just don't care. Like, if I like it, I like it, but I just don't like this book much. So that's unfortunate. But like I said, part 2 was better. Part 3 is very fast, and this is a duology. So let's just read part 3 and wrap it up. Hey, buddy. Hi. It's time for dinner, huh? It's 8 p.m. and it's time for his dinner, and he knows it. Oh, I will prep it right now. He has to take his flea med today, so I've got to like prep it and try and break up the pill into little pieces and fit it within treats, and then mix it with like delicious wet food because he hates his flea med. He's okay with his heartworm med. He does really good with that one. He hates the way that the flea med tastes, which is Interceptor Plus, the 3-month one. He hates it, but that's what I've given him since birth. Well, not birth, you know, puppyhood, huh? He's just sitting on my lap. He's so cute. You guys, I didn't update you because honestly, like, I ended up, like, I was following along with the ebook in the beginning. I was invested. I was like, okay, I'm pulling up Fable to see what you're saying or what you've said. Something's wrong with me. I think something's wrong with me because everybody seems to have been enjoying this book. Let me see the ratings first. So, or what you all have said. Only 3 of you have finished it. Oh, my husband just texted. I'm sorry. 4 stars, 4.5 stars, 3.5 stars. Great, amazing. For part 3, I don't think anybody really said anything yet. Melissa says, she says mate. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I put, sure, yeah, let's just mindlessly say the spell that we have no clue about. Touch, you say? Okay, dumb. Because she's just I don't know, she was just being stupid. And then I put she's back. I loved her in the beginning, which I was referring to the witch, you know, that we said that she was giving serial vibes, but that's it. Nobody really said anything else. So I appreciate all of y'all that have said something in the chapter chats. I've been doing like every 2 months where I'm like choosing someone and then giving away a package with like books and like goodies, like washi tape, stickers, stuff like that. So yeah, I'll probably choose someone here soon or in January. I'm not sure. But yeah, I didn't like this book. And honestly, I don't even really know what happened in part 3 because I kept zoning out. And I even thought about like, should I just turn off the audio and just listen to the ebook? Because I kept zoning out. And I was like, maybe I just need to, you know, turn off the ebook, lay down my phone, because I was like on Instagram the whole time. I was on Instagram literally all of part 3. But I just was bored. I wasn't invested. And honestly, I don't really know what all happened. I did listen to it, but if I didn't have the audiobook, I definitely would not have gone through the book. And if I didn't have to read it for book club, I definitely would have DNF'd it after part 1. This is definitely one that I pushed through, which I don't really do that ever. I'm pretty good now at DNFing books, which is amazing. But yeah, I'm assuming that you're watching this after you've already read the book. And I know that I have an unpopular opinion. And honestly, I don't know. I think I'm going to give this... I think I have to give it a pretty low rating. I think I'm going to give it about a 2.5, which is half a 5. But yeah, I think like a 2.5 is going to be my rating. It just wasn't for me. But like my friend, I was telling her right now, I texted her that I just finished the book and that I think she's going to really like it. Because we have very different reading tastes. but we both really like romantasy. But I told her it's dark, it's like gothic, it's like spooky vibes. Maybe not gothic's maybe not the right word, but it's definitely spooky and like creepy. It's definitely creepy with like all the monsters, you know, and like there was a ton of spiders and all the creatures and like all of that. And then like what the MMC is going through was definitely, you know, spooky, scary skeletons. But I wasn't invested in any part of the story. I wasn't invested in the plot or the characters or anything really. So yeah, the romance for me, like I just kept getting the ick all around. I kept getting the ick from the characters, like the men, the women, like everybody. I think we can all agree that everybody super freaking sucked. And then the FMC and the MMC, I just wasn't buying the romance. Like, I just didn't really care. And I know that they're mates. That was cool that they're mates and they're gonna have a son in the future. But other than that, I just really didn't care. My favorite part and like the only thing that I did like about this book was the sister. I forgot her name, starts with an R. I really liked her. I thought she was really fun. And when she was on the page and she was interacting with Mavis or whatever her health, whatever her name was, that was when I had the most fun. Like, I really enjoyed that. Like, when she forces her to sneak out with her and stuff, like, that was really fun. But other than that, it wasn't for me. However, like I said, very, very unpopular opinion. And it sucks that this is always like my comeback to doing the rating vlogs for book club, because it wasn't one that I loved. But yeah, don't let me be a Debbie Downer for you. And like I said, you probably have already read the book if you're watching. But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing this is a duology, like, and the second book's out, so you guys can just go right into it and get your answers, because of course we get left on that cliffhanger. Not really cliffhanger, reveal, but at least they revealed it, right? Like, oh, there's a sister. Is she dead though? Is she alive? Pretty sure she's gonna be alive, because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't just be like, there's her corpse. But yeah, sad to say it wasn't for me. Thank you so much though for hanging out. I don't know, we'll see if we continue doing the reading vlogs. They're very quick because I like to read the book within 1 to 2 days. And if I'm into it, 1 day is enough. If I'm not, then I'm surprised this was only a 2-day affair, considering I wasn't into the book. But thanks so much for hanging out. As always, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being a part of book club. It means the world to me that you're here hanging out, talking about books with me, and be thinking about what you want to read in December. I'm going to put up the post soon. I'm just giving people a little bit of time to finish this one because we're mid-month. But for the suggestions, suggest your fantasy or romantasy books down below. If you have an idea already, leave it in the comments, and then I'll add it to the suggestions comment. But yeah, oh, if you've introduced yourself in the group, in the book club, thank you so much, because I see you all's names, but you know, just getting to know you a little bit more is just always better. And I made it a point to follow all of y'all that were leaving your intros. So yeah, thank you so much for that, because it was really nice to see where you're from and like your favorite books and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks. Anyway, I always talk too much, so I'm gonna go feed this guy because he is sitting on me because he's hungry, huh? And we will catch you next month, but in the book club every single day. Bye. Say bye. Say bye over here. No, he wants food. Okay, bye.